Welcome to episode 9 of On Approach.
63, climb maintain 13 down.
13,000, Tempo 63.
So 63, contact the New York Center 128.3.
28 just with 63, good day. Hello, Captain.
On Approach is a weekly flight sim and aviation enthusiast podcast covering the week's top user-submitted topics and news on the skylounge.tv. Welcome aboard, everyone. From the top, we've got Brian, aka bcrawley57.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Then we've got Mr. Kevin, aka Live Sparks.
Hello.
Oh, salud, salud.
Salud.
Then we've got Mark, aka Spark Smudge.
Coming for you from an ungodly hour.
From an ungodly hour. And last but definitely not least, we've got Pear, aka P3Ron, because that's just how everyone pronounces it.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Let's dive right in. What do we have for drinks tonight, gentlemen?
Water.
Orange juice.
Did you cheers me with a fucking water?
No, it's pure vodka.
Oh, okay, yes. Very nice. It's a good.
Unicorn tears.
Unicorn tears? Coffee black for Pear? All right. Sounds like a good night. Black coffee.
And
Top
Spark
stories.
is just billowing smoke.
Yeah, he is. What is it? The Temple of Smoke?
Yeah.
Smoke, man.
The Temple of Smoke. Sparky's home is the Temple of Smoke. All right, from the top. This one.
Let's do this.
This one is one I have to. I have to sort of apologize for. I put up a troll video earlier in the week.
Damn right you need to.
This has got 1,000
Fucking
plus
scumbag.
views. Look, everyone's doing it. Jordan King did a troll video, just like everyone's doing troll videos. Everyone is. I think Mr. Cock did a troll video. I'm fairly certain that icon was placed on his desktop as a because everyone is latching on to everything. And the proof is in the pudding. 1,200 views on this thing. P3D, new V4 lighting engine. And really,
clickbait the shit out of that video. You know that.
I could have. Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
Way more.
it does look very nice, but it's Black Betty V2. It's the fresh
You
build.
don't fool me.
It's brand fucking new. Yeah. That's good. I think
didn't
we're.
fool me.
It
The
didn't.
physics, right? V4.
Yeah.
Do you know why it didn't fool me, Eds?
Why?
Because I was fucking watching your show when you did it.
Ah shit! Yeah, you were. Yeah, you were. Spoiled it. So yeah, we had our fun too. We're allowed to troll too. Anyways, it's coming soon, folks. Don't hate, okay? Don't hate. Give me a few more upvotes, because everybody's fucking... It's downvoted into oblivion, basically. The 28 versus 5, man. It's just like, boom. It's ridiculous, man. It's
5 people,
ridiculous.
that includes you as well.
Yeah, 5 people, including me. My gosh, man. All right, moving on to the real stories. This one is submitted by Skylounge patron Branding Iron 1900 with some really great news. No upcharge of ORBX products for the next P3D. This is awesome. Brian, let's go to you first.
Yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits for this. I was actually holding off on buying some of the ORBX stuff in the fear that there was going to be an upgrade fee in the weeks after the release of any 64-bit that we get. So this was great news from John Venema, and I think it probably follows on from a statement Matthias Koch made at, in one of the earlier interviews, that he would not charge again for the same code, and I think John's doing the same now.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of flip-flopping going on at the developer. What do we want to call it? In the developer camps.
Yeah,
there's a whole lot of
But
flip-flopping going on.
They made a safe move, though, announcing that future upgrades would be paid for. But now I think when they got their hands on V4, they realized that the platform was basically the same, and it just might need some recompiling and basic modifications that
Yeah,
would
that's
not
what I
justify
think.
new price.
That's what I think. I think they, they realized it wasn't going to be as difficult as they first thought.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other good thing is, it looks like it will be pretty much ready to go out the blocks, because the Central V3 has been updated already to enable that to happen.
Yeah.
We were talking
not
with we were talking with Kevin this afternoon about whether or not it's going to be as easy as like a client update. Right? You know how we do our upgrades every time P3D releases a new version, and it's uninstall
gonna be a
client,
client.
Well, they did-
reinstall client.
Didn't it say something in there? It just says, this will work out your V3 studio. It'll just
Directory.
be a matter of just be a matter of just upgrading straight from it. I'm sure it says it in there.
Well,
Yeah, you don't
V4 will
have to
be a new
re-download.
mode. V4 will be an entirely different download, separate folder, and a clean install. That's for damn sure. It's 64-bit. There's a lot of different infrastructures and stuff. They know the developers and some users will want to remain on V3 for some of their airplanes.
That's true too.
So
Yeah, it says here. It says here with the magic of the FTX V3, you won't even need to re-download them.
yeah, that's good. That's super.
I have to say the ORBX what is it, the FTX Central, the new one, the whole direct store thing, with this new build, I was able to sit there and just like rapid fire my installs, and it was amazing. It was so painless to reinstall my ORBX library, man. Super thankful for that process, man. It's made it so incredible to just like boom install, boom. So much so that Comcast sent me a message about my bandwidth usage.
Because they're asshats.
Why would they do that?
That's ridiculous, right? So they
Why
said
would Comcast?
I pay for like the business grade, super duper fucking bandwidth. But apparently, sometime in the past, they worked in a data cap. So I have a monthly maximum of gigabytes that I'm allowed to use. And here's what's crazy. It popped up. So I was doing a test stream, and it popped up in my OBS window. Okay, now I took a screenshot of it. It popped up in my OBS window. It said, message from Comcast, you have used this much of your this much month, whatever. But it wasn't showing up on my live screen. But somehow it popped up inside OBS, so it was like they're injecting it into the into your browsing experience somehow. Dude, it was nuts, bro.
Are you
That's
sure
ridiculous.
it's not just like a troll?
Yeah, because I
like
ended up getting an email about it
phasing-
as well.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
It's not
I
just
got
like
an
a
official
phasing
email.
attack or nothing.
So they're intercepting web data, injecting their own shit
And
into
injecting
it,
their own
dump-
shit inside. Yes, because it showed up in the same kind of stream as like an alert would, right? Exactly. But it didn't show up at all on my display, which is the only thing that was streaming on OBS. That's some fucked up practice shit.
Dude, that's not good.
No, it's not good at all.
Definitely not good. That's
Not
supposed
at
to be
all.
it's like privacy breaching.
Anyways,
that's another
I'm looking.
topic, though.
I'm looking. Yeah, exactly. We actually should do a topic about that. I mean, there's so many technologies out
Yeah.
there. I wish I could take advantage of Google Fiber, but there's no Google Fiber in my area yet. Even though
you would get Virgin piped
throw a
over
stone
to
at Google.
Get Virgin. I get 200 meg. I get 200 meg down. No caps. Unlimited usage.
Damn.
Fuck it.
Just send a line over, bro.
I'll just download all day long, Edson, and just keep smiling at you.
Yeah, just send a line over, man. So that's
Well, I'm skeptical. I'm very skeptical.
why are you skeptical? You just wanted to say it.
I'm just thinking about ORBX and the Xplane stuff. They announced they do stuff for Xplane, and then a week later, nothing. So I'm skeptical until I see that news hold true.
Bro, you bring up a good
point.
point. They did.
The thing is,
They did
thing is,
totally
several
lie.
weeks- Several weeks have passed since he said we're all going to be very happy. And I think the reason we were all going to be very happy is because of this announcement. So at least it's had 4 weeks to play through.
Yeah, I
Yes,
just
the
hope
other
it
one in
holds
2
true.
weeks. Yeah, me too.
You bring up a real good point there, Pear. And that's super valid, especially with the track record of announcing and then unannouncing.
Retracting.
I retract that statement.
I retract the statement. All right, moving on. This one is hardware related. New AMD Ryzen chip is here. RIP Intel. This is huge news. Long awaited, the Ryzen chip by AMD pretty much puts AMD back on the map. They are, per some fairly straightforward benchmarks, are coming in at some really high numbers, crushing Intel. Here it is next to the 6800K. Their flagship product is 39% faster, and like, yeah.
You can't trust anything you see during a presentation like this.
True.
Like, you can't. You simply can't. And I saw Linus Tech Tips video while they were there, and they carefully chose their benchmarks and tests, you know, to show up that their CPU was better.
Anyway,
the fact of the matter is,
real world.
the fact of the matter is, in the flight sim world, we need high speed, high gigahertz CPUs, and I'm not seeing this there. Certainly not up to like 5.3 like we are now.
This was Bitwit's coverage. Bitwit, Linus, a couple of the other guys, they're all like real tight. It's really cool actually to see how they throw each other, you know, props and kind of comments and stuff back and forth between shows, because a lot of the guys, they tend to cover the same exact thing, and they get invited to the same exact press conferences and stuff, but they do a really good job, each one with their own flair. Yeah, I mean, this is it's kind of eye-opening though, right? Like, if you look at this screenshot alone, you're talking, you know, $1,000 chip versus a $500 chip, and the $500 chip's coming in faster.
Yeah,
I started out when my PC building started. I actually started off with AMD chips, and they're not very. I'm not going to say they're not very good. They are good for majority of things. They run very hot. They run a lot hotter than the Intel ones. They're not as power conservative. So, you know, where I would run my i7 on a 850 watt power supply with 2 graphics cards, etc., you're going to need a 1000 watt power supply, because this is just going to suck juice. They always do. AMD are just terrible at that, and they run so much hotter.
For me, this is only a pre-release hype of a product.
Well,
So I'm skeptical. I'm looking at these numbers and all that, you know, looking at all this benchmarking and stuff. Yes, it looks good. But how will it perform in
Real
your
world.
applications? Yes, in your application, in your flight sim and the stuff you do. I have seen this before.
Yeah, there's some really
So, yeah,
good
I'm
conversation
skeptical.
going on the website of fairly skeptical people. I mean, T-Dub is fairly skeptical. Noodle chimed in as well with his amazing insight on this one. And the real
that's
kicker
not 2
was...
cents.
Yeah, that's not 2 cents. That's like he dropped 50 cents in there. I said I read every word and just about spit out my Coke at. Then Intel comes around and shits on its face with a new CPU that trounces it and is affordable as well, which is true, right? Because the way I see it, if you're marketing something, right, and you notice that the other camp has started to build up a shit ton of hype about their product, you're gonna hold yours back a little bit. You're ready to release yours, but you're going to hold it back and let them have their little party, and let them have their little announcements, and let them have their little benchmarks that show faster than your last chip. And then you're going to come out and go, boom, what now? And I feel like that's what Intel's going to do.
But But that's great because Intel and especially Intel and AMD, they've always done that. It's the same with graphics cards.
Yeah, it's just a back and forth.
They'll bring out the best card. This is the fastest, and then next week we've brought out one that's quicker.
Yeah.
And then the next week we brought one, and it's great because there's always that advancement in technology that we need, and with these two companies, you're always going to get that because they're always going to be trying to one up each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing. Competition forces innovation. That's great.
It is indeed.
I'll stay with my Intel. Though.
I'll stay with Intel. Intel's just kind of proven for the flight sim world, right? I mean, I don't think there's any denying that the Intel chips just run a little better. I don't know if this is going to change that, but really only time will tell. Somebody's going to find out for a $500 chip. Somebody's going to find out. And we'll know in due time, and we'll start hearing the hype. But the beautiful thing is, you mentioned that the competition is good. It is so good. It is so good. We got price drops in the Intel camp. I mean, some of these have been slashed by, up to $200, $300 for the top-end chip price cut already. These are from WCCF Tech. The 7700, $50 price cut. That's the KB Lake, fairly new chip. Top-end, $300 price cut. Stuff's starting to come down in price. The 4790K, the preferred chip for flight simmers for a long time. $90 price cut. That's huge. That's not, that's not a small price cut. These are good numbers. This is what comes of announcements like that, and it's so exciting to see.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's $80 price cut on the 7700K.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I want to do an RMA and get the new price.
That's
awesome.
price.
It's been a great week for hardware. Moving on, we've got Flightbeam Studios shares more KMSP, that's Minneapolis St. Paul, HD previews. This one's submitted by our correspondent Ivano Fly. Let's have a peek at this.
A raving reporter.
A raving reporter. Oh, yes.
Looks good, man.
That's looking good. That's looking real good.
I like Flightbeam.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I do as well. I'm definitely.
I met the guys at Flight Sim Con.
Did you?
They're very nice people. Absolutely very social, very cool people. It's a work of art. It's great.
Let's look at some ground textures. Ground textures are important.
It actually looks like an airport, unlike some Kazakhstani one I just purchased.
Oh yeah, you'll have to drop in your 2 cents on that. Definitely, you'll have to drop in your 2 cents. I like the antenna tower. Look at the cell phone towers, dude. Look at that.
That's the kind of detail we wouldn't have like 10 years ago. It's something that would not have been there.
Yeah.
There was one of the first screenshots there where you could actually see an aircraft through the other side of the terminal.
Really?
Does that look good? I like that.
Yeah, transparent terminals. That's insane.
Yeah, it's looking good. This is most definitely on my radar. I've got the Flightbeam suite. There's no real denying. I'm just gonna run out and buy this one as well. Minneapolis is a really good area, so definitely want to keep an eye on.
Hard to go wrong with Flightbeam.
Oh, exactly. It's hard to go wrong with Flightbeam. Another thing I like about Flightbeam is their updates are very easy to find. You go to the website and you freaking download it from their little support thing, and you're done. I like that very much.
What are their pricings like? 'Cause I have to say, I know you've got quite a few of theirs. Is their pricing? Does it tend to be like pretty much the same for everything?
They recently dropped their pricing on stuff. I think on many of them. I could be wrong. It could be another one, but
they do have sales. I have bought some of those.
29. They definitely dropped the price. So yeah, 29 for KSFO HD. So they're now in the $30 range, where I believe before it was in the $50, $60 range. I believe. Could be wrong. I have the shittiest memory, but
I anticipate them to start working on a centralized scenery thing. I guess them and FSDreamteam would be the next contenders for a centralized application.
Yeah, that
I
would
think
be
that's
sweet.
gonna happen.
When I needed to reinstall this on the new build, it was awesome to just go to this page and just go boom, 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 done, like hassle free, And it was, my emails had my serial numbers, boom, 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 done through their add-on manager thing.
Easy.
Awesome. I love stuff like that. It just makes it easy, right? It's the developers that make things easy are the first ones that get installed back into my sim.
Take note, FlightOne.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll cheers to that. Take note, FlightOne.
Cheers.
Your vodka.
Yeah, vodka.
Vodka. All right, moving on.
Very nice.
This one's Braining Iron's favorite topic. Harrison Ford taxiway landing video released. How many of you guys have seen this one already?
I've seen it. Yeah.
You seen it?
Yes.
You see it, Mr. B?
No, I've not seen it yet.
You've not seen this one? All right. So what I'm
No.
going to do is I'm going to bring up some audio for this one. Let's see if I can figure out how to do it right. I should be able to. We'll include audio in this one. This one is originally from TMZ, I think. Oh no, Inside Edition has this one.
Harrison Ford came to a passenger jet as he came in for a landing in his single-engine plane. You can see Ford's small aircraft actually casting a shadow on the
Are you getting audio?
of the jet. Here's another angle.
Yeah.
Ford is in the yellow plane, and there's the American Airlines
Look at that.
737 with 116 people aboard.
Kind of reminiscent of Mr.
The Star
Wicker.
Wars icon was supposed to land.
Yes,
at
Mr.
John
Wicker.
Wayne International
So supposedly he was
Airport,
supposed to land on the center
California.
runway,
Instead, he touched down on a strip that is
which
strictly
kind of
used
debunks the
for
theory we had.
taxiing. A moment later, he radioed the tower.
Yeah, he's on the
Was
taxi.
that airliner meant to be underneath?
Was it meant to be underneath me? So here's what's crazy is his communication with ATC earlier. Check this out.
Aviat Husky light aircraft.
Husky Letter Hotel uniform still with the Santa Monica Tower, LA Tower on 119.8, please.
The FAA is investigating Ford's goof.
Oh, hold on, I skipped it. Hold on. Here it is.
Letter Hotel
Aviat Husky
helicopter.
Here it is. He reports himself
and sure sounded confused.
in the wrong aircraft.
Helicopter, sorry, Husky 89 Hotel uniform.
That's right. He apparently
Oh my
thought it was
god.
Yeah, dude. He was calling in as if he was in a helicopter. I mean,
LA helicopter.
what the hell? So Noodle made some really good points on this. We had a pretty straight up conversation in the hangar about this as I was giving Branding Iron shit. But Noodle was like, this is reminiscent of like tunnel vision. Maybe he was looking at a helicopter.
Well, regardless,
That's
remove this
definitely
guy's
what I
license.
was thinking. Because if you're looking at something, say he was looking at a helicopter, and then he got that call, and he just said helicopter. Oh no, fuck, I'm not in a helicopter, am I? I'm in a fucking Husky. It can be done,
Yeah.
but to be honest with you, if you're a pilot, I want you to be a little bit sharper.
Yeah. And his speech
The
was like
time it took.
slurry. It was very like, finish the rum and coke and then fly. Like it was very like.
The time it took for him, the time it took for him to realize his mistake and correct it, it was like legit 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's way too much in aviation. You can't. What if there's an airplane coming by and you're about to do a near miss or something? You need
Right.
to react quick. And I feel hearing that, I think his head wasn't there when he was flying.
Have you guys seen the? Go ahead, Mr. Berry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he knew he flew straight over that Boeing 738
Yeah,
from
he
American
did.
Airlines. He knew it. Wouldn't that ring a bell?
No, because he
no.
thought the 737 wasn't supposed to be there. He was like, was that
Yes.
737 supposed to be under me? Well, let's see now. You're landing on
Don't you know
Texas.
who I am?
Man,
We need to see how.
landing
I'm
that
wearing
plane.
my Star Wars T-shirt in support of Mr. Harrison Ford. I hope he keeps his wings.
Okay.
And he lives to fly the Millennium Falcon for many more years.
Okay, we're the FAA now. Show of hands for those that feel that for an incident like this, you clip the wings. Show of hands.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm in on that.
What if an airline pilot did that? You know?
Exactly. And that's the thing, right? Like, it shouldn't really be like, oh, but this was like a little husky or an ultralight. No, fuck that. In aviation terms, this was a massive fuck up. Like, and you really
It was massive.
can't have fuck ups like that. I mean, because it's people's
But we don't know
lives.
the full facts. But we don't know the full facts.
Yeah, we don't know. Oh, I know one fact. Have you guys seen the video of David Hasselhoff drunk off his ass eating a cheeseburger in bed? Yeah, he sounded exactly like David Hasselhoff. He's eating a cheeseburger drunk off his ass, dude.
It's still not as cool as the guy sitting high off his head in a bush eating cake.
I have not seen that. You'll have to link it to me, please.
Come on.
You'll have to link it to me. Definitely find that. for me.
Strike Eagle says in the chat he shouldn't have smoked the cargo during flight.
Yeah, don't smoke the cargo before the flight. Exactly. All right, moving on. Next topic, more hardware news. It's such a great week for hardware, man. The Nvidia website now has a countdown clock on it. The clue is the bolded T and I in "It's Almost Time." Hashtag Ultimate GeForce. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that the 1080 Ti is on the horizon. Oh, and I have to select my country again. It thinks I'm in Afghanistan, like Mr. Like Brian over here with.
He's a nice.
It's a nice. Look at that.
Oh,
It's gonna
yes.
be, I suspect it's gonna
One
be
day.
One day, pair. One day.
Are you gonna drop your money's pair if it comes out tomorrow?
Yes, he will.
No.
Yes, he will. Bullshit, bro. Come on, bullshit. Don't lie to me, bro.
No, I will wait. I will wait until more vendors get their hands on it and start releasing better cooling solutions and stuff. I won't be the first to buy
Good plan. Good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Nvidia is getting big time into the cooling game now, though. Nvidia is releasing the hybrid cards that have water coolers, closed loop systems. They have the hybrid copper, which is an open loop a cooling system on the card. So it has all the stuff built onto the card, but it has the outlets so that you can put your own piping into it. It's got, they're releasing CPU coolers as well now. So Nvidia is getting pretty hardcore into the game of cooling. And I have to say,
that's cool.
From Black Betty, they're doing a good job on the cooling front. She's running nice and cool. So yeah, one day to go to this, man. This is good news.
It might just be a 670 Ti as well.
Oh, come on, man. No. It's time.
Have they released technical specs, or is it still like a secret?
No technical specs yet. There's nothing. It's just that test.
Cool.
Oh, just that test. Just that temptation there. Just that tease.
Exciting. No one's going to be able to afford it, though, apart from Perry.
Yeah, that would be ridiculous.
Because he's been saving up all his life for that card.
I know he's been waiting for that card. He said it before. He said he likes the Ti. He wants the Ti series. Now, Per, what do you like about the Ti series? What is it that makes the Ti series special?
What I like about the Ti series is the GPU, the core processor itself. So Nvidia on their previous cards have used the core, the same GPU core that the Titan uses. Yeah. So it's a different core. It runs higher. It supports more stuff, more CUDA cores, more this and more that. And it's a very expensive card, but it's a very, very good card. And I have been using those cards now for 3 years.
And very important for you, Per. Doesn't it have more memory?
Yes, it has more memory also.
for Xplane.
yeah.
You will utilize it.
Yeah, so I'm buying this card. My primary use for this card is Xplane. Yes.
Yeah, Xplane will definitely take advantage of it, for sure.
Yeah, and it will use up a lot of that VRAM. You need
That's what I
a
was
lot of
thinking of,
VRAM if you're going to do uncompressed textures and running ortho and all kinds of stuff. So, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll get my hands on that card. Yes.
Big week for hardware, man. Big week for hardware. So there is also an AMD video card update that's coming out very soon. I forget the code name for it. It's got a code name. No, it's not coming to me fast enough. But
Code name: do not buy for a flight sim.
Yeah,
Drivers
pretty
are
much.
Shit.
Pretty much. Don't buy the AMD card for a flight sim.
There are always issues with Lockheed Martin and the AMD cards. It seems like they don't even test it on the AMD
It's
cards.
not the cards; it's the drivers.
Is
The
it?
drivers are awful.
Yes.
Well, the drivers, some things work with older versions of P3D, but break with the newer ones for no apparent reason. So I don't know.
I have issues with those cards in Xplane also. Poor OpenGL support drivers that is unstable and crashes.
Yeah, but you were right, because I bought a new MacBook Pro in 2015, and they came with a AMD graphics card. And the drivers aren't up to date. They don't support the proper resolution. You know, when you buy a laptop, usually it's like 1440 by 900, the standard resolution. It doesn't have that resolution on the MacBook. It's crazy stupid.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying. Drivers are a pain, I think, on the AMD. They should invest a lot on the software side instead of putting all their efforts on the hardware side.
For sure.
Yeah,
Right.
it doesn't matter how good the hardware is if it doesn't have drivers that works.
That's it.
What's the point? It's like it's brain dead. if
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't work.
some could say the same shit about the GTX series sometimes, right? Some of their drivers that come out are fucking shit.
Yeah, but they fix it.
Yeah,
At least
they do.
fix it.
They do definitely, and we have to say again, we've been saying this for about 2 weeks. This latest run of drivers for the GTX series, very nice. Very
Yeah, it's nice because they fixed the thing they broke, so they should not have broken them in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. All right, moving
But
on.
there is a
We've got-
solution.
Go ahead. Go
There
ahead.
is a solution. Yes, there is a solution. You find one Nvidia driver you like, and you stick to it instead of
I
updating every time
know.
a new game come out, and you have this and that update for Nvidia, and there you go.
But do you
It
know
will break
how
something.
hard it is to not know if the one that's flashing in front of you, the newest one, it's flashing? Do you know how hard it is to not know if that one is the best that was ever made?
The temptation.
The temptation. It's like it's a big red button that says update me, and I just want to go every time.
especially since we lost Cozy, our little guinea pig.
Yeah, he tested all of them real fast. It was actually
He
pretty
did.
nice for a while. We had a rotation kind of going. Remember, Sparks was like, "Oh, I'll test it this time," and it's Kazi and me. No, for sure, man. Kazi, if you're out there, bro, much love, man. Hope you're doing well. Moving on, we've got some more previews from the ORBX camp. This is FTX Innsbruck, full preview number 2. Some of their favorite things. This looks incredible. Look at the detail.
This is a must buy for me.
There's like,
Oh, yeah.
so I don't know the developers that released this. I know that there's a shit ton of them that released this in the past year, but you can't fuck with this, man.
No.
Why? They should have just been like, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna stop our project. If ORBX announces it, peace out, man. You can't mess with this.
You're done.
You're done. You can't mess with this. I mean, sure, perhaps they can hope to throw a few sales before ORBX comes out. We'll put ours first, and then we'll sell some. But is it worth it? No, I don't think so. Because then in the end, you end up looking like shit, right? Because you're comparing to this.
Yeah.
Again with the detail, these towers, these ladders. The ladders have the you can see the one ladder over the other because this one slides down to complete the ladder. Like, this is bananas, man.
Yeah, it's ORBX detail, and that's an iconic airport. And they seem to have modeled a part of the scenery as well, if I look correctly.
Yeah, this looks like some photo reel all the way up to the mountains. The I need to go full like annotation laser highlighter. Look at this. The detail in here on the edge of the parking structure. You can see the wear and the tear on the paint there. Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Incredible.
Oh, lots of detail.
I like
It's
I like
incredible.
the
Best
water
seller.
patches, you know, standing water on the taxiways and on the runways. Looks really nice.
Bro, lining up something like this early in the year, like they could nail scenery of the year like for something like this. This is top notch. Aerosoft, I love you. I do. I have the Aerosoft Innsbruck and I love it. I think it's beautiful. I do. But this is another level. This is another level.
Incredible.
I think this even takes ORBX up another level.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
It's so good.
Detail-wise.
Again, some
at
more.
that, yeah.
Look at the markings on this pole, right?
There's
all
a
the
face on the left
scratches.
pole.
all the dumbasses that bumped into it.
There's a face on the left one. She left.
Oh my God! Look, 2 eyes and a mouth. Got a face right there. That's amazing. That looks like the dick butt face. Actually, it's a straight line.
Yeah. It's beautiful. You're right about this. It's taken ORBX to a whole new level. I think the amount of detail they went
God
into.
damn, bro! Look at that camera.
I assume,
That's like the camera I
assume
have,
these
but I
people-
assure you, it's not that fucking big in your face.
No, I assume these are all people flow as well, so all these people are actually be animated.
Yes, I know this people flow very well. Anytime I see her in an ORBX scenery, I make sure to pull up right in front of her. Yes, indeed. This is hilarious, though, bro. This is amazing. That's like me on
There's
the
a
photo
small
shoot.
scale issue with the camera, though.
Just a
Hold on, let's
just a
compare.
small scale issue like this. Just a small scale issue.
All right, let's compare. That's my face, and that's a camera.
No, bro, you guys discuss this because I got a camera that'll compare to this one. So when we talk about scale,
what you're seeing here is a plane spotting camera. It's not like it's not a rig.
I'm not gonna go as far as putting a lens on it, but that's a big ass fucking camera.
Yeah, that's massive. It has a battery grip. It has many things on it. We're talking here about a pure 70D. Same shit.
Bananas, man, bananas. Anyways, I like that dude's there. He's creeping it out.
Incredible.
It'd be
Incredible.
it'd be creepier if he was turned around facing homegirl over here.
Yeah. I hope they're moving.
And her little short shorts.
The lady in red, says Strike Eagle. Indeed, she is the lady in red. This is
And there is even a helipad there.
a helipad.
Yes,
Where?
By the yellow building.
Ah,
By the
look
yellow
at
building.
that. Sparks will be happy. By the IKEA?
I will. I'm always happy.
Yeah, it's clearly an IKEA.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I don't want to spoil it. ORBX has a bad habit of releasing way too many spoiler photos. I love one nice set of spoiler photos. What I don't like is when a developer is like, here's my latest favorites, here's my latest favorites, here's my and then they let the beta testers do that for like 2 weeks before releasing it. So basically by release day, you've seen every corner of the airport.
Inch.
I hate that, so we're going to close this tab and move on to the next story right there.
Beautiful.
FlightOne announces GTN 750 and GNS 530 for Xplane. The day has
Windows
come.
only.
So this is an interesting one, right? Because what they're talking about is the simulators. And the simulators are a little bit different. These are the ones that are meant to run in standalone mode. So it's not the one that can be integrated into a virtual cockpit, but it's the kind that you can run like on a tablet. But
nice.
Yeah.
but this communicates with Xplane. Thus the price tag, as you see, 149 versus the 79, I think it is, for the virtual cockpit versions.
But I can't
Do you
find
know what,
anywhere
though?
if it's like a Windows only thing or if it works on Linux and OS 10.
It does actually
Tablets.
say this is the same one we looked at before.
Yes.
P3D, but as he says, but now it works with Xplane as well.
Yeah, okay, and it requires
So-
a computer with Windows. That's
Yeah,
good.
Windows.
Do you know what?
Vista supported
My bonus this year, I think I'm going to get this.
for
But
Xplane.
wait,
No, this is for all sims.
No,
yeah,
no,
for
no,
all
no.
sims.
Well, yes, it's
It
for
is
all
not
sims. Yes, yes, yes.
compatible.
Yes.
No.
Have a look at the bottom.
Compatible with
Have a look
Xplane.
at the bottom. Have a look at the
Browse
bottom of the
down.
page.
Yeah, look at the bottom. It's
Okay.
for all the sims.
Oh, yeah.
Does not include.
Does not include.
No, it does not include the simulators. Duh.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So
System
yeah.
requirements. Look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Simulator,
Yeah, it works.
all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so-
cool. That's cool.
So what they did is they added support for Xplane to the existing product. Then, like Mr. Spark says, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It becomes a good
definitely.
investment.
It's
It
very
does.
it's looking very, very attractive to me at the moment because I'd love to have that on my iPad.
Yeah.
So would you go as far as getting like a touchscreen display? Oh, that'd be nice, huh?
It'd be nice, but I've got an iPad. It's sitting right here.
Yeah,
iPad is better.
yeah. iPad is nice. No, this is
Yeah,
good
but
news for the
does it
Xplane
run on
camp.
an iPad? Does
Absolutely.
it run on iPad?
I
Yeah.
think it runs on Windows, but you can use your iPad as a display on Windows using Air Server. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
No, this is good stuff. So more good news for
Yeah.
the Xplane camp for sure. I mean, they're slowly kind of stocking up on these awesome additions to the arsenal. That's good news. FSDreamteam announces Louisville. See, notice how I said that correctly. Louisville
What
International
the hell is that?
KSDF. So UPS hype. This is a huge hub for UPS out in the Midwest.
It's not Louisville?
No, it's
Louisville.
It's like I lived there for some time. It's Louisville. Louisville.
Is that the one in
Louisville.
Kentucky?
It is. This is in Kentucky, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the only
I'm going to tell
preview
you
right
how
now.
we say it in French.
Okay.
alright? Louisville.
they'd kill you.
Smallville. That's where Superman comes from.
Smallville. I know that you are looking at coming to visit, Kevin. When you do, don't ever say San Fran. Ever. Okay? You say San Francisco.
SF.
You don't say Frisco and you don't say San Fran. You just say San Francisco. Or SF. SF works.
SF. Yeah.
Because you get beaten up otherwise.
Dude, this is looking sick too, man. For sure. This is KCLT. This is a separate one.
This
This
is
is the
all
only
very
shot we
well.
have here.
It's going to be nice, obviously. It looks like they're doing a good job on it, and it's FSDreamteam, which make great airports. But I'm a FedEx guy.
I know you are. I know you are.
Fuck UPS.
It's good looking.
You can fly in there with a big middle finger coming out of your 747 Sparky.
Let's,
So where's my
let's take a look
FedEx
at this.
Oh, dude, that's a big airport.
It's a
Yeah.
big one. Big one. They have like 80 something buildings for FedEx, bro. Sorry, for UPS. It's a
Good.
badass airport.
And the
I
little
like the
shit
shape
at
of
the
it.
bottom for FedEx.
And it's
There
non-stop,
must
so
be
when they
a-
depart...
there must be a FedEx ramp on there somewhere because even
There is.
Memphis, UPS has a ramp.
UPS, 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 UPS,
basically.
UPS,
All of
UPS,
them.
UPS.
That's
Yes.
all of them.
Yes, this is the UPS area. So this is to KMEM you know, to UPS basically. I mean, it's a massive hub. They've got, I believe it's a dedicated runway as well. And when they depart, like most cargo, it's just fucking straight out, dude. It is straight up. Super aggressive
Harrison.
departures out of here. Yeah.
If you guys had to
They're
bet,
very confused there, weren't they?
if you guys had to bet on which taxiway would Harrison Ford land,
I would say probably this strip right here.
This. I can't see it. That one is going
Diagonal?
parallel to the
Yeah.
north.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the
Is
one.
that a runway at all? Hold on. No, that's totally
It
a
was.
taxiway.
It
It
was a
was. There's the marking.
yeah.
That's where it'd land on.
He would totally land there. Yeah, it has been repainted. It's definitely a taxiway now. Yeah. Oh, he would totally. Oh, look at the stripes. You can actually see the stripes still there. He would totally land there. That's the Harrison Ford international runway. No, awesome
Turn right
airport.
on taxiway, Harrison.
So, as far as location goes, beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Where's
location.
Memphis on that map then? Just to give me some
Right here.
perspective.
Just below it.
Yep.
Right.
It would be over. Oh, is it on this side? Yeah, it's on this side. Yeah, there it is.
Just
There it
there.
is.
Yeah.
So you've got
That's
that run
good.
right there.
So
It's-
very central as well.
Very nice.
Great area for flights, man. Great area for flights. And now that we have a fresh KDCA from Dravinsky Design, we have, you know, really nice flights out to Memphis, out to Louisville. Awesome. Really looking forward to this for sure.
Damn good.
Damn good. That's going to be a buy for me. That's FSDreamteam too. They're solid. They're solid. Not even gonna wait on that one.
Poboli said FedEx sucked. They lost my radio.
Oh man. All right, moving on. We've got another story. This one's a sensitive one, but luckily we've got the source right with us today. FSFX Chaseplane grounds pilots worldwide, an update, and a community announcement. So we've got really two good things wrapped in one. An update stating that the issue was corrected fairly quick, and after 5 hours and 17 seconds of downtime? 5 hours, is that
Yeah.
correct? 5 hours, 17 seconds?
Yeah.
So it's growing pains. And you know, this is like a good problem to have. I know you probably had one hell of a day, Kevin. You woke up and here was like your worst nightmare. But
It was.
you know, I think it's one of those things
Kevin.
that can be looked at like a good thing. Like it's a growing pain, man. You know?
Kevin,
I love the release
gonna-
that you made.
I want to speak for the community. I'm angry. What happened? Tell me.
Well,
Please.
the server went down. We were sleeping. It tried to
Sleeping on the
contact us.
job, that is not okay.
Screw that. We can't work 24 hours. So yeah, we received messages from our host and stuff. A lot of sources, people telling us that it was down. So it was a hard waking up this morning. But we sorted it out a few minutes after we received the email, maybe 20 minutes after the server were back on. So it was more complicated to deal with what the community had to say than just to fix the server.
Yeah,
At that
it can
point-
be brutal, man. They can be fucking brutal. Some of the comments that were out there were brutal, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, but you know, with reason at some degree. But people have to remember that this is an alpha. It's not like a final product. You can't rely on it 100%, and you have to be ready with some backup plans if it ever goes down. I think the logical thing to do at that point was to make an official statement about what happened, and apologizing for what happened, because it did disturb the service for people who actually had product with VFX Central and wanted to access the website as well. We clarified what we wanted to do with the server situation, and basically we are revamping the server infrastructure to have more redundancy and have better performance. and but that's coming in April. So what we're going to do with Alpha 2 now, it was scheduled to be released in the coming days, but now we decided that we will wait for the new infrastructure before giving the community out to people, just to ensure that it's stable, everything's working, and we don't like get unexpected behaviors of the server and overload it, you know. That being said, since the release was planned this week, we are very late on the development cycle of the community. So I shot this morning a small preview of what the community is going to look like, and released a little preview to accommodate.
This is exciting news. Before I get to this video, I do want to throw out one question to you. A lot of what was being thrown out by the community was DRM. DRM, why DRM? Let's get it from the source here. Is the only reason for the required connection to the internet DRM, or is it feature linked as well? Or do we have other
feature
benefits?
linked as well? So what happens with the cloud system, and that there's a reason why in this community, and well, not necessarily in this community, but in the tech world in general, people are moving more and more to the cloud. It's easier for backups. It's easier to get access to your things everywhere. It's easier to share things with others if it's already in the cloud. And that's the whole basis behind it. We understand that some people don't have stable internet connection. They want to have an offline solution, and we will offer that before the version 1 release.
And deployments
right now,
too, right?
For the alpha.
Deployments too, right? Like update deployment. You release deployments all the time, and like that's part of how you're able to do it fast is because you've got a distribution system ready to go. Like update, fresh, it's golden, go, push.
Absolutely, but there's the part of the cloud that's basically a feature, a backup feature, and people really like that part of the equation. But that being said, we understand that people want to use it offline sometimes, and there's part of the decision of making it online all the time that is DRM and piracy protection. If we have our stuff pirated, we lose a major part of the revenues, and if we lose a major part of the revenues, we can't continue improving the software and working on future products.
Right.
Immersion packages that we've done in the past have financed this project. Otherwise, it would not be what it is today.
It's that community
the product
support,
that we had. The product that we have right now, immersion packages, PrecipitFX, and stuff like that, they require you to install it from the internet using VFX Central, and it requires the internet as well. Maybe not to run it every single time, but now we're in the different situation where the tool has to run with the simulator, contrary to the immersion packs. So we have to protect ourselves. That's how it is. And if the community wants a good camera application and good projects in the future, it's the way we need to do it.
Got to support the devs for sure, man. All right, let's move on to the. Go ahead.
Just 1 second. There's always going to be upsides and downsides to any platform that, however you distribute it. But I just want to put a question out to Kevin. Queen of the Skies 2, man, immersion pack.
Did he answer? Did he answer already? Was it that fast? The answer?
No.
Holy crap! The answer was that fast.
We want to do an immersion pack for it, but it's gonna take time. We need to do some R&D, serious R&D to make it work. But it's not gonna,
excellent. That's all I wanted to hear.
Excellent.
Not yet. It's not gonna be done.
All right, moving on to some awesome news. Awesome news here to kind of go along with this incident report. A preview of the community. It's coming, folks. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. You will be able to finally share your profiles with the world. Anyone else using Chaseplane will be able to enjoy your hard work of creating views. Additionally, you'll be able to search for a specific user. You'll be able to search for specific views. You'll be able to search for specific aircraft. You'll be able to subscribe. And my favorite part, live previews. Straight up, hover over the eyeball, live previews, so you can see what the other person was seeing and see if you see eye to eye with that person, right? It's like, would I look down at that device this way, or would I be over here or zoomed out further? This is awesome, man.
Yeah, it's the only logical way of doing it. You can't identify a preset by name. You know, if you search for FMS, you have thousands of results all saying FMS. The only way of knowing if they're different from one another is actually seeing them in the sim.
For sure.
The only way of doing it. So that's how we did it.
By the way, the broken bicycle image is amazing. I saw that and I cracked up, dude. We found nothing matching your search.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, well,
See, it's gonna be weird if somebody wants to mine, because I just named mine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be hard to find. But again, you can search by username and by aircraft. So you can say username OMGEDSON, aircraft 737. Well, that's not gonna happen, but anyway, and search all the presets in there, regardless of the name. So there's still a way to search it, and you still be able to share links. And that's the most important part. When you have a link, it will open up in a browser page, and then you'll be redirected into Chaseplane directly to the preset that you're looking for. So that's another thing it's not included in the preview, but it's going to be included in the final version.
Does that mean I can actually go into different packs that different people have made and pick and choose of the views? Let's say I want to build my own set, so I could go in and pick the one I like the most, the one view from Mr. Edson pack, and then I could go into your
OMGEDSON pack
and
right
pick
there.
one of those. You know.
Yeah, you can mix whatever you want. Yeah, yeah, you
Very
definitely
nice. Yeah, very nice.
That
don't
page,
try and take my name either.
That page Edson has changed a little bit since the last time.
I'm excited. That's just a warning, man. Don't be trying to take my name, all right? That's just reserved. You see that?
He never flies the PC-12 anymore.
Sneaky people. I do the Surf Air.
You don't. You haven't done a Surf Air flight with me for like 3 years.
Let's Surf Air this week. Let's Surf Air this week. We'll Surf Air for sure. Thanks again, Kevin. It's nice to get kind of that info from the source, dude. Sorry that happened, but hey, you know, we'll celebrate the growing pains, dude, and we move on.
That's how it is to be in the business.
That's how it is. Xplane 11 weather customization. This one submitted by Ivana Fly, coming through the Xplane team, if I can open the link correctly. This is pretty damn cool. We've got some more Xplane 11 kind of like, you know, weather usage stuff, importing METARs, that kind of shit. Mr. Pear, compared to Xplane 10, how are you feeling about the weather system in 11?
It's very hard for me to say yet, because I have not delved too much into Xplane 11, so...
I love this layering of clouds and picking out your...
I played with it a little bit.
Yeah?
I played with it a little bit. Yeah, I like the way the weather actually... that graphic there just says it all. How easy it is to put in cloud layers and rain layers and wind at certain altitudes, etc. It's very, very straightforward, very easy.
Oops.
But unfortunately, the weather, you know, the weather creation side of it is great, but the actual weather textures, poop.
Awful.
That's a thing that's a thing that I have against Xplane right now, and it's not Laminar Research's fault because they made a great interface for it. We can observe the same thing on the ESP platform, but what I hate about this is that the weather engines that are currently out there don't and they cannot interact with this interface. And that's a major drawback.
Yeah.
This interface of its own should have an API. Should have something that the other application can communicate with it and do something with that interface, because it's
Well, if you
better
think
than
back-
anything I've seen.
If you think back to a previous story about Rex, and they did say they were going to be looking into Xplane 11 or just Xplane in general, with a weather engine. So they, I would assume they would be speaking to the guys at Xplane and working. Maybe they're going to have a custom API built or something. I don't know.
I'm not sure Laminar would do that, and if Rex decides to go with the weather engine, it might take like 5 to 10 years to make, so I'm not holding my breath.
Don't hold your breath, guys.
Don't hold your breath. All right, moving on. Last story for the week. This one, an airliner gets escorted by 2 fighters. So this is incredible, and one of the things it really highlighted to me was perhaps, and this is for you to chime in, Kevin, how limited our sim is in rendering options. Look at these damn contrails!
Oh, yes, it is.
Can you make mine this wide, please, bro?
I can't do those kind of...
Immersion package like extreme or something? This is nuts. I love it.
We tried to push the limit, and we obviously can push the limit, but you'll get like 10 frames per second. It's insane. The
Proper
amount of
slideshow.
power required to run those particles behind, it's absolutely insane. Some simulator like DCS have a very good particle system, and they've been able to do great things with it.
Sparks is whispering
ESP,
64-bit.
That's 64-bit. I'm not gonna change shit for this.
It won't change your frames, will it?
I looked at when I design an immersion pack, I look at those videos very carefully, a lot of them, and I can't get even close to what they're doing. It's just amazing.
No, they are real.
Well, they are real.
Yeah.
This was it was pretty amazing, the view that this pilot had. I mean, obviously they're kind of like layered up, and so he's looking straight down at this happening, dude. What an opportunity! I mean, this is incredible opportunity. I bet he wished he had that giant camera from ORBX. Right? It's like, it looks like this is from cell phone. Imagine if he had like a real camera. This would have been an amazing shot.
Yes.
Anyways, moving on. This section is stuff worth mentioning. So, you know, not necessarily a conversation piece. We've got releases, updates, that kind of stuff, things we may have mentioned before, and also some cool articles that have been submitted to the site. Released the Alabeo PA22 Tri-Pacer. I bought this coming in at around $24. Definitely a beautiful aircraft for the price, but I don't think it's going to get too much use in my personal hangar just because speeds and I don't know, it's got its place in my hangar, but it's not necessarily one I'm going to dive into a lot. Beautiful aircraft though, really did come out nice. Airport Berlin Tegel XP has been released. This is by Aerosoft for Xplane. So that's now out. Mr. Pincom 2016 has uploaded a nice tutorial into the forum on getting the Aerosoft Airbus connected flight deck working. So thank you for that,
Very
Mr.
nice.
Pincom. He did a
That's
group
great
flight
before
this
the,
afternoon.
Yeah, that'd be great for those guys who do want to get a connected flight before the Aerosoft official.
Yeah,
what's it called?
the new thing.
Flight deck or whatever it's called is released.
Aviator Moser, creator of FreeMesh X, had an awesome interview on flightsim.com. A great read. I read it straight through, and he throws the Sky Lounge and our team of testers a nice shout out in there. Thank you so much for that, Aviator Moser. It was awesome of you, man, and keep up the great work on that awesome product. He also does hint at the USA region coming, so that's exciting. Mega Airport Rome is updated to 1.03. FSFX Studios Calgary is released. Calgary International Airport. That one submitted by B Crawley 57. Taxi to Gate. Charles de Gaulle is up. No, I don't say that right. Charles de Gaulle. Charles de Gaulle.
Charles de Gaulle.
Charles de Gaulle. That one submitted by B Crawley 57. Run out and grab that update. Taxi to Gate. And the PA-28R Aero 3 for FSX and P3D has been released by Just Flight. That one's on my radar as well. If it's anything like their TB10 and TB20 as far as modeling systems, I'm in. I believe that one comes in at the $56 price point. I could be completely wrong, but I believe it was roughly that. So I'm hoping that system-wise, it's as well done as the TB10, TB20 series. So thanks again, everyone. That's going to wrap up this week's episode of On Approach. Did I miss one? Oh.
Yeah, the C-47.
The C-47, Manfred Jan. That is not in there. Thank you so much, Sparky. That one was submitted by Aviator Moser. The Manfred Jan C-47 V2 received an update. V3. V3? V3. No, V2.
3.
I don't know. The newer one.
That'd be just one.
Finally received an update because it came out with the current version for a very long time. But the developer mentioned there were some limitations and why they couldn't release an update yet, blah, blah, blah. But there is an update now. It's still not the final version. And I think they're holding back some of the liveries for the final version. There are some liveries that are yet unreleased.
Just for clarification, it's V3 1.4.
V3 1. Oh, God. They should have made it V3.4. Oh, and Mark, you had some thoughts on the Kazakhstan scenery that we talked about last week.
Yeah, I picked it up because I'm heading that way. I'm in Pakistan at the moment, and I'm heading up north towards that airport. So I thought, I said on the show, I'm going to pick this up, and it looks really nice from the shots we saw. Pants, absolute pants. I've seen better freeware. Honestly,
I don't think I've ever heard that expression. Pants.
It's pants. It's crusty pants. It's pants that have been worn for 3 months.
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. We talked about that.
At the wall. Yeah, but not impressed at all. I was very, very disappointed. I am still going to use it just to show how bad it is. I'm gonna stream it and I'm gonna say, look at this poop. Honestly, the guys who have done it, hats off to you and all for doing that. But
you have to raise your game,
man. Yeah, look, come on. We flew into Pakistan yesterday, and I found an airport. It was just random. Let's see if there's an airport for this, any freeware. Oh, there's a payware one. It was fantastic.
That did
in the
look
middle
amazing.
Of fucking Pakistan, and I said I was struggling in my brain. Why should I buy this? Am I ever going to fly here again? And when we flew into it yesterday during the world tour, everybody just said how good it is. Canuck was saying we're going to fly back here.
What was the developer for that one?
We've got to take.
You've got to remember now.
Or MSK. MSK.
MSK, yes.
So run out and check that one out, guys.
Buck, we're going back on Tuesday. My flight on Tuesday, me and Buck, we're going to take some military transports back into that airport because it's fantastic. I can say that about this one, the Kazakhstan pants. Sorry.
No good. No bueno. So there you go, guys. It's a skydive, a sky shoot on the Kazakhstan. Yeah, no, pass on that one. No Sky 5s there. Thank you again, everyone. Brian, Kevin, Mark, Per. Another great show, guys. Thank you so much. For all those watching, don't forget to submit your stories at theskylounge.tv. We'll discuss whatever you want. You've just got to submit it there for us to do so. Thank you again for your support. Patrons, thank you. Everyone have a great one, and Sky 5.
Sky 5.
Sky 5.
63, climb maintain 13,000.
13,000, Tempo 63.
463, contact the New York Center 128.3.